Chancellor Daniel Diermeier, an internationally renowned political scientist and management scholar. Daniel Dearmeyer is the 9th Chancellor of Vanderbilt University. Dearmeyer is a Fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, the Guggenheim Foundation, and the Canadian Institute for Advanced Research. He has published 4 books and more than 100 research articles, mostly in the fields of political science, economics, and management, but also in other areas, ranging from linguistics, sociology, and psychology, to computer science, operations research, and applied mathematics. Prior to his position at Vanderbilt, Dearmeyer served in leadership roles in faculty, also at the Stanford Graduate School of Business, the Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern University, and as Dean of the Harris School of Public Policy at the University of Chicago. From 2016 until 2020, he was provost of the University of Chicago, where he was responsible for all academic and research programs across the university and oversaw the university's $5 billion budget. Throughout his career, Dearmeyer has been an advisor to governments, nonprofits, and leading companies, mostly in the area of crisis management. He has served on the board of several nonprofit organizations, the technology company Citybase until its acquisition by GTY Technologies, and the management board of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. He is currently a board member of the Vanderbilt University Medical Center, the Field Museum, and Argonne National Laboratories. A native of Berlin, Germany, and a first-generation college graduate, Dearmeyer earned a PhD in political science from the University of Rochester. He also holds master's degrees in political science from the University of Munich and in philosophy from the University of Southern California. Please welcome Chancellor Daniel Diermeier.
Good afternoon to all of you. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to Vanderbilt's 2nd annual Fall Staff Assembly. We began this tradition in the fall semester of 2020 during what was a year unlike any other here at Vanderbilt and around the world. Since that start, earlier that spring, when the COVID-19 pandemic really got going, Vanderbilt staff had been working long hours, together around the clock, navigating one of the greatest crises higher education has ever faced. When I started my tenure as Chancellor in July of that summer, the crisis was in fact trifold. We were facing not only the pandemic, but the resulting financial shock, as well as widespread social unrest in response to racial injustice and deep political divides. At Vanderbilt, our strong and uniquely collaborative community responded to these challenges by looking to our educational and scholarly mission and uniting around a shared set of values. These are the elements that guided us through some of the most trying times we'll ever see, and it resulted in what I believe was one of our proudest moments as a university. We successfully brought back students to campus in the fall of 2020, and again this year. And thanks to our strong financial foundation, we have been able to make strategic investments at a time when many of our peers were forced to scale back. We also strengthened investments and initiatives supporting equity, diversity, and inclusion, affecting not only our campus, but our social impact at large. And our achievements, including developing life-saving treatments for COVID-19, regularly made headlines around the world. I cannot overstate the integral, the essential part that each of you, Vanderbilt staff members, played in making all of this happen. Together, in all of your diverse functions, across our campus and in our greater community, you worked selflessly, tirelessly, and in boldly innovative ways that have set a new standard for our university. And together, you have shown the world that at Vanderbilt, we are ready to rise to whatever unforeseen challenges and to seize the brightest opportunities the future may bring. Now, it's my profound honor as Chancellor to take part in the fall staff assembly with you as we stand on the brink of an era of tremendous momentum and growth during a time of unprecedented global challenges and change. It is perhaps symbolic that we gathered here today in a hybrid fashion, with some of us here in person and others attending online. As a community, we're still emerging from the crisis of the past year, and we know that these challenges are far from over. After enduring COVID-19's first devastating stage, we were thrown the curveball of the Delta variant, along with the many questions it posed about the next best steps needed to continue to protect ourselves and our loved ones. As our national and global economies struggle to recover from the pandemic's far-reaching toll, we are not alone in facing labor shortages and supply chain issues that make both our individual and collective work uniquely taxing every single day. And yet, every day, Vanderbilt staff, despite those challenges, continues to step up, demonstrate a level of dedication to our university, to our students and their families, to our faculty and our alumni, and to our national community and everyone in society whom our global mission touches in ways that are truly unparalleled across higher education. The current challenges that all universities face are complex, and the solutions are not immediate. And this means that how we operate as a community and how we support one another is crucial right now. Vanderbilt staff are responding to the particular challenges of our times in ways that are far too many to list. Many of them entail additional burdens that the pandemic has wrought that are often unprecedented and difficult to even imagine. These include things like the record number of packages mail services had to process during move-in weekend, or the extensive coordination conducted by public safety to obtain permits for public gatherings, often on short notice. They include the essential work of facilities in keeping all areas of our campus running smoothly, and the work of the small but mighty team of printing services in creating materials that assist with wayfinding and elevate the experience of guests and fans at this year's Family Weekend and recurring athletic events. And they include the remarkable overhaul of nearly every aspect of food services that campus dining has undertaken in order to continue our award-winning operations in light of the dramatic current challenges within the industry that everybody is facing today. Although there are far too many to name, all of these examples share two key elements. They depict staff going above and beyond, doing more than was asked of them, and they demonstrate an enduring commitment to our common values as a university. Those of you who have heard me speak at recent times, for example, for incoming students, may be familiar with what we call the Vanderbilt Way. I'd like now to take a moment to expand that concept here because it's so applicable to what we have done this year. After all, Vanderbilt staff epitomizes the Vanderbilt Way. And our annual series of staff awards, presented at both today's assembly and on the one held in the spring, highlight just a few of the many examples through which the Vanderbilt Way truly shines through your work. The first fundamental element of the Vanderbilt Way is belonging. Whether you've been employed at Vanderbilt for 3 days, 3 years, or 3 decades, or more, you belong here. If you're new to Vanderbilt, you need to know that you were brought to Vanderbilt, that we brought you to our community, not only for your exceptional talent, but for your recognizable character, for the ways in which you demonstrate a commitment to our broad social mission and to the welcoming, inclusive community we foster here. Moreover, you were not only hired for what you have done in the past, but for your potential, for what those who selected believe you can do. The Vanderbilt Way is about lifelong learning, always growing, and always asking, how can we do more? And our overarching mission to pursue human potential and empower the leaders of tomorrow, we grow individually, continually rising to meet and then to exceed our own personal best. And we grow together. Those of you who have been here for a long time may have experienced our culture of collegiality and mentorship. And one of our annual staff awards given in the spring recognizes excellence in mentorship because we believe in the long-term transformative power of mentoring and being mentored, both for individuals and for our organization. It is what we mean when we talk about educating the whole person, academically, professionally, and socially. It is also a large part of what we say, of what we mean when we say Vanderbilt for life. Ours is a community that pays it forward and gives it back. The concept of growing together is also demonstrated in our powerful spirit of collaboration. The collaborative culture of university is so unique among universities of our caliber and standing that I have at times called it radical collaboration. The English word radical comes from the Latin radix, or root, which means that our collective spirit of collaboration is the root of everything we do. We collaborate radically, defying the traditional boundaries of disciplines, organizational divisions, and social backgrounds in order to both work effectively on our campus and to find solutions to research and innovations to the world's most pressing problems. We prize our work together over competition with one another in ways that truly set us apart from our peers. As we pursue our lifelong quest to attain our personal best, we both challenge and wholeheartedly support each other as they do the same. Finally, according to the Vanderbilt Way, we grow together by deeply valuing and learning from our diverse perspectives. At the most practical level, this naturally means that achieving greater diversity within all of our university population, students, faculty, and staff, is paramount. And we're making great strides in that area. Among the entire staff body, as of this September, 58% are women, 27% are people of color, 3% are veterans, and 3% report a disability. In terms of new hires, in 2021 fiscal, 55% were women and 31% were people of color. But achieving greater diversity is, in itself, only one step in our journey towards becoming a more inclusive Vanderbilt. And it represents only one part of our great potential to help advance equity and social justice at large. A university like ours, which draws people and ideas from around the world into meaningful and productive exchange and interaction, is like no other place in our culture. And it serves a purpose more vital than ever to our society. At Vanderbilt, we embrace exploration, discussion, and constructive civil debate. Because exploration, discussion, and constructive civil debate are the engines of growth, and advancing them is the Vanderbilt Way. In our mission to contribute all that our university has to offer toward improving our world for the better, staff has been a driving force. From the initiatives that touch our local community, such as our work to address education inequities within the Metro Nashville public schools, to those with national and global reach, such as the Vanderbilt Project for Unity and American Democracy. Vanderbilt staff work hand in hand with students, faculty, alumni, and external partners to achieve our goals and to develop new foundations upon which our work can continually build and prosper. Without the wide-ranging talent, dedicated work ethic, strategic know-how, and can-do attitude of our staff, Vanderbilt's impact as one of the world's leading research universities would never have been possible. The 6 awards that we will present shortly are designed to highlight staff contributions in all of these areas. And together, they demonstrate the profound role of staff in our education and research mission at large. They celebrate the excellence of our staff in the categories of professionalism, leadership, research, and innovation. And the importance of staff to our students and within our greater community through the Student Impact and Community Impact Awards. I'm excited and honored to present these awards to the individuals and teams who are representative of all of our staff in these areas this year and who embody our shared commitment to the Vanderbilt Way. As I begin my 2nd year as Vanderbilt's Chancellor, a year, a transition, which I'm approaching with deep gratitude, pride, and tremendous enthusiasm and optimism for our work, I would like to conclude by sharing with you 3 lessons that I believe we have learned throughout this most challenging of years. Lesson 1. Together, we can move mountains. Our collaborative nature and our sense of purpose have taken us to places we never imagined before, we never thought we could conquer. Second, the pandemic taught us that we can function at a higher level than we ever thought possible. We proved that when we think creatively, work hard, and abolish old models and operational silos, there is no limit to what we can accomplish. And finally, the 3rd lesson. We can do things our own way. Throughout the past year, we looked at our peers, but we never looked over our shoulders. We created our own path to success, grounded in our mission and supported by our values. And there's one story that I'd like to share that captures all these 3 lessons at their finest and also depicts a truly impressive achievement in which Vanderbilt staff led the way. To tell it, I have to take you back to last spring, when we held both our 2020 and 2021 commencements here in person on campus. In this endeavor, a planning process that usually takes 8 months had to be pulled off in merely 2. We had to move everything to a new venue and choreograph a massive production that heeded the restrictions defined by COVID-19. This required our own unique ESPN Game Day meets the Oscars red carpet format, which not only led to a highly successful response to the limitations we faced, but created great fun for participants in a time when joy was long overdue. All told, the operational and creative feat was simply remarkable. And then we did it twice. This story provides an excellent example of the kind of mountains our community can move when we work together as one Vanderbilt. It shows how effectively we can operate across diverse functions and levels and in record time. And it shows how we can forge our own path, how we can think outside the box to create innovative new ways to achieve our goals. In the presentation of today's awards, you will hear many additional and similarly impressive elements, examples of accomplishments by Vanderbilt staff. Importantly, these examples reflect not only what our staff has done recently, but what that all we, as individuals and as a community, can do moving forward. The story of our great potential right here at Vanderbilt is one that is forever unfolding. There will always be exciting chapters that remain and present untold. As we reflect on the challenges we have overcome, as we take stock of where we stand today, and as we look toward our future together, we have so much to be proud of. With that, we will now proceed with this afternoon's program. I look forward to honoring our award recipients and celebrating with all of you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Diermeier, for your uplifting words, and for you and your team for hosting this event. I am honored to be a part of this assembly to celebrate the hard work, dedication, and achievements of our incredible staff colleagues. As I mentioned before, I am the 2021-22 president of the University Staff Advisory Council, also known as USAC. I lead a group of 97 elected individuals who represent more than 4,000 full-time and part-time staff in non-union Vanderbilt positions. As a collective, we provide a voice for Vanderbilt staff and strive to make a difference in the lives of our colleagues across campus. If you have comments or suggestions for us, please visit us at vanderbilt.edu/USAC or email us at usac@vanderbilt.edu. Our campus community can be thought of as three parts: the staff, students, and faculty. We all play a different but equal important role. To share their thoughts on the impact staff have on the Vanderbilt mission, we have student leader Maddie Woods and Vice Chair of the Faculty Senate, Ryan Middagh. Ryan, who you will hear from in a few minutes, is an assistant professor of jazz and chair of the Jazz and Global Music Department at the Blair School of Music, where he also directs the student ensemble Blair Big Band. He joined the Vanderbilt faculty in 2014, and he teaches, and his teaching and mentorship were honored when he received the Chancellor's Cup Award in 2019. But first, we will hear from Maddie Woods, a member of the 2022 class and a human and organization and development and French and European studies major. That's a mouthful. She holds leadership roles across the campus, including president of the Vanderbilt Tour Guides, president of her sorority, Alpha Chi Omega, and an official liaison between the university and the guest of the chancellor at university events. Please welcome Maddie to the podium to share a few words.
Not as quite of an impressive introduction, but I'll do my best to, similarly impress to our chancellor. But good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maddie Woods, and I'm a senior here at Vanderbilt. When asked to speak today, the first thing my mind went to was how excited I was to express my gratitude to you all for the absolutely transformative difference you all have made in both my Vanderbilt experience and my life. Before coming to Vandy, I definitely took for granted how much effort it takes to truly make a new place and a new community truly feel like home. On move-in day freshman year, I was definitely thrown for a loop. Vanderbilt was a much different setup and a much different group of people than I was used to. However, later that week, I got to call my parents to share that I had made my very first college friends. But instead of talking about my new classmates or the women on my hall, I got to gush about the incredible staff members that I had met in my house, in the student centers, and really all over campus. You all were some of the first to welcome me to my new life at Vanderbilt and are the reason that freshman year started to seem a lot less scary. It became very clear how kindly you all dedicate hours of your lives to make someone from a completely different part of the country feel welcome and cared for in every aspect of their new home. Now, as a senior, I have you all to thank for much of the happiness that I get to attribute to my collegiate experience. Your kindness, service, and genuine care that you have shown me and all other students on this campus makes a world of difference. Know that you all have changed the lives of thousands of young people just through your presence and who you are. Beyond that, you all continue to show me, and all of us, how much Vanderbilt has really become my home with your dedication and care. It's important to acknowledge that you all have no obligation to the student body to do the work that you do. However, I would say that it's in that lack of obligation that makes your kindness and authenticity that much more special to me and to all of my peers. It's always one of you who notices when I need cheering up, or the first one to share a compliment in the times I always seem to need it most. You all are some of the first people I greet in the morning, which is saying a lot for how grumpy I am walking to my 9 a.m., but you're also some of the last people I say goodnight to before returning to my late night study session. You are my cheerleaders, my mentors, and my reminder of my duty to do work that is so much bigger than just myself. Your constant presence and care for each and every student is something I can only hope to emulate for anyone that I truly care about. Thank you for setting such an incredible example each and every day. Even further, your continual daily commitment to going above and beyond defines what it means to be a part of the Vanderbilt community. You all are the ones who constantly challenge us to be better and to show up for what matters, because that's what you embody in your commitment to this campus and to its people. Your example establishes a call to action for all of us to engage with what it means to be at Vanderbilt University and the truly unique value that you all are to thank for creating. My hope for the student body is that we learn how to advocate for you all in the same ways that you tirelessly support and advocate for each and every one of us. Take today as just a small token of the entire Vanderbilt student community's appreciation for you, but also, even more so, a demonstration of our commitment to serve and appreciate you in the ways you truly deserve. We are so grateful for your impact on our campus and on our lives. I'm walking proof of this. Don't think I could have made it to graduation without you all, but I've still got a few more months to go. But I say all that to say thank you once again. We truly could not do this without you. It's now my pleasure to turn it over to Ryan Middagh, Faculty Senate Vice Chair.
Wonderful words, Maddie. I will try to echo those, maybe not as eloquently. I'm Ryan Middagh, Vice Chair of the Vanderbilt Faculty Senate, and it's a privilege to have this opportunity to speak with you today. I would like to borrow from my own discipline in music and take some time today to talk to you about improvisation, harmony, and creative performance. Though these qualities are typically attributed to music and the arts, these have been hallmarks of our world-class staff at Vanderbilt and sets us far apart from our peer institutions. Improvisation comes from the Latin word improvisus, meaning unforeseen, unexpected, or a surprise. Over the past 20 months, the Vanderbilt staff have faced a lot of surprises and some of the most unforeseen times in higher education. Every step of the way, our staff colleagues have proven to be master improvisers, artfully navigating the unexpected and bravely facing the challenges of the pandemic, including successfully changing modalities, flexibility in day-to-day activities, and forging new pathways in Vanderbilt's education and research mission. It is important to note, improvisation is far more than making things up as we go along, but takes masterful understanding of structure, limitations, and most importantly, possibilities, all of which the Vanderbilt staff continues to demonstrate with great poise. Harmony is the combination of individual voices working simultaneously together, creating a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate parts. It is hard for me to think of a better term to encapsulate the Vanderbilt staff. Our staff work harmoniously together, but also with our faculty administration, and entire Vanderbilt community, creating a resounding chorus that will resonate for years to come. In this university ensemble, every voice is important and adds vibrancy and color to our one Vanderbilt community. This collaborative environment allows us to progress and look brightly into the future. Creative performance. Vanderbilt staff have always and continue to perform at a high level, and today perform more creatively than ever before. They have shown great leadership in research and education. They drive innovation, all while having a profound impact on our community and the faculty and student experience. I'm looking forward to the chance to celebrate our staff in a few moments through the staff awards in these areas, sharing the successes we have experienced together. The Vanderbilt faculty is extremely grateful to our staff colleagues. In May, the Vanderbilt Faculty Senate passed a resolution honoring staff, which my colleague and previous Faculty Senate Vice Chair Ben Harris read at the spring staff assembly. The sentiments of that resolution, which recognize the innovation, poise, and exceptional dedication of the staff, rings more true than ever. Thank you for your dedication to our Vanderbilt community and all that you do for our faculty. Thank you for your continued flexibility and improvisation, ensuring harmonious collaboration on campus, and your constant pursuit of performing at the most creative and professional levels. We are extremely grateful to you all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Eric Kopstain, Vice Chancellor for Administration, and I'm very glad to be assisting with this part of our program today, one that we've all been eagerly anticipating, Chancellor Diermeier's presentation of the newly created awards for staff excellence. Today's assembly is part of a wonderful new tradition that Chancellor Diermeier began in 2020 when our staff members were stepping up in unprecedented ways amid the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now held every fall and spring, the assembly is a time to honor and recognize the accomplishments of Vanderbilt staff. Every single day, as individuals and as team members, each of you help Vanderbilt thrive as a world-class university in pursuit of our mission of teaching, education, learning, service, and innovation. We could not advance our mission without you, so it's critically important for us to take the time to pause and to celebrate the positive impact that you and your colleagues have on the life of our university. Your dedication and hard work make it possible to set our aspirations even higher as we plan for the university's bright future. As Chancellor Diermeier announces the individuals and teams selected for these special awards, the honorees, if present here today in person, are requested to come to the stage for a photo opportunity. Each winner will receive a small gift from the university, with a more substantial one to be sent via mail. With that, Chancellor Diermeier, let's begin with the Community Impact Award.
We begin with the Award for Community Impact, which recognizes a full-time staff member or team who represents Vanderbilt through community engagement, service, leadership, and other outreach, and creates a better understanding of the university to external audiences. This year's Community Impact winner is the Child Care Administration team at the Vanderbilt Child and Family Center. The Team 6 members are Jamie Broadwater, Elaine Gallagher, Angela Jones, Sophia Murray, Shatika Phillips, and Linda Wilson. Their achievements were amazing during the challenging circumstances of the pandemic. The childcare administrative team adapted to the pandemic protocols and the changing needs of Vanderbilt's working parents while staying focused on the goal of excellence in early childhood education. Moreover, they used humor, very important, to manage all of the difficulties that the pandemic presented themselves and then turned it into an opportunity. They are among the true heroes of the pandemic response. Congratulations to our childcare administration team. Well done. Don't run away without the award, okay? So, okay, this is number one, okay? Number two. Next up is the Innovation Excellence Award, given to a full-time staff member or team who demonstrates excellence and innovation that has a meaningful and significant impact on a process, program, or initiative at the university in the last 12 to 18 months. Very precise, 12 to 18 months. Okay, very good, I like that. The double commencement team is this year's Innovations Excellence member. The 10 team members are Charmin Bates, Kate Derrick, Natalie Figlio, Natasha Hackers, Nia Kitan, all from Communications and Marketing. And then we have Tamara Cooley from Public Safety, Susan Kennedy, Office of the Chancellor, Danielle Loxley, Athletics, Johnny Vanderpool, Emergency Preparedness, and Robert West, Planned Operations. This team led the design and development of the university's first ever double commencement, with multiple ceremonies held across 2 weekends last May. Innovation was at the core of every aspect of the events. Nearly every detail about commencement this year had to be redesigned or newly created in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Through long hours, ingenuity, professionalism, and most importantly, teamwork, this group devised a solution that honored the university's graduates of 2 classes. This team is now working together, ever forward, to apply the lessons learned to continue to innovate our commencement going forward. Congratulations, double commencement team. Next, we present the Award for Leadership Excellence, given to a full-time staff member who shows outstanding commitment to the university's mission by building engagement and trust, coaching and developing others, leading with courage, and building partnerships. A demonstrated commitment to empowering, educating, and supporting colleagues is an important part of this recognition. And we have 2 honorees in this category. The first recipient is Cara Tootle Bell. Director of the Project Safe Center for Sexual Misconduct Prevention and Response. Since 2014, Cara has served as Director of Project Safe, building a nationally recognized program that has become a model for many other similar centers at colleges and universities across the nation. As the leader of Project Safe, Cara mentors not only her own team members, but many university staff with enthusiasm and encouragement. She's firm and passionate about her role, which is advocating for those impacted by sexual harassment and assault. She's motivated daily by the tough work worth doing, and her high expectations have delivered consistent and exceptional results. Congratulations, Cara. The next recipient of the Leadership Excellence Award is Mark Harrington, supervisor of Control Systems Utility Distribution. Mark has been vital to success of facilities and plant operations over the last year as a team lead and a supervisor of not just one, but 2 groups. He was promoted in early 2020 to the team lead of the chilled water distribution group, which is responsible for the supply of air conditioning throughout the whole of campus. Following his successes there, he was named the next supervisor of the controls division while still assisting with the chilled water distribution. As we planned the university's return to campus last year, he helped the control staff to write and implement increased outside air programs to ensure the health and safety of those on campus, while also resulting in thousands of dollars of energy savings and hundreds of tons of greenhouse gas avoidance. Mark leads teams that are crucial to our university. Our ability to be a leading research university requires suitable, comfortable, healthy, and sustainable buildings. Mark's willingness to lead by example with a positive, can-do attitude and gregarious personality make him an ideal recipient for this year's Leadership Excellence Award. Congratulations to you, Mark. Next, we present the award for professional excellence given to a full-time staff member who contributes to the university's success and has gone significantly above and beyond specific job duties, has demonstrated excellence in supporting Vanderbilt's missions. 2 people are receiving the Professional Excellence Award this fall. The first recipient is Christina Cunningham. Christina is Director of Administration, Undergraduate Affairs, and Residential Faculty. In her 15 years of working at Vanderbilt, Christina has invested creativity, time, and energy to make this campus an exceptional community for faculty, staff, and students. As a leader, Christina excels at both the technical components as well as the relational aspects of leadership. She executes the logistics and details of the work with extraordinary skill, while also engaging others in the process of the work with diplomacy and respect. In 2005, Christina was the first employee that Vanderbilt hired to work on the Martha River Ingram's Commons, which at that point was only an idea. Through hard work and an unwavering commitment to our undergraduate students, Christina and a very small team successfully launched the project and then transformed it into the flourishing community it is today. As she has advanced in her career at Vanderbilt, she has consistently given her all for the university and its students. She maintains a positive attitude, even during challenging times, and she makes all types of things happen so that other people can thrive and play their roles as fully and as well as possible. Congratulations, Christina. The next recipient of the Professional Excellence Award is Anthony Jones, Senior Cook at the Commons Dining Center. Anthony is often recognized as a role model for other members of the Commons Dining team. He has high respect for others, and this respect encourages professionalism in the workplace. He also truly engages with the students and other guests in the dining center. Anthony creates an atmosphere of deep care for our students And this can be seen to the quality of the food that he serves. Besides serving our students, Anthony is a busy man, a father of 6 children, but he's found a way to organize his life to allow for his deep dedication to the dining team and our students. He channels his commitment to service and excellence towards the betterment of the whole dining department. Congratulations, Anthony. Now, we present the award for research excellence, which recognizes a full-time staff member or team whose effort in support of research at Vanderbilt has been exemplary and significantly impactful in the process of discovery of knowledge. So I'm going to take a dramatic sip for my water right now. Delicious. This year's honorees are 3 members of the Vanderbilt Genome Editing Resource: Linda Gower, Lisa Sampson, and Jennifer Skelton. The Vanderbilt Genome Editing Resource focuses on the development of new transgenic and genome editing technologies that often lead to groundbreaking work on the understanding and treatment of many complex human diseases. This team is exceptionally scientifically and technically skilled. Many of their efforts work on the first try, a credit to their skill, attention to detail, innovation, continued education, creativity, troubleshooting capabilities, and work ethic. We anticipate the impact of new technologies developed by the Vanderbilt Genome Editing Research to be significant, especially in the study of polygenetic diseases such as obesity, diabetes, and cancers. Congratulations, Jennifer, Linda, and Lisa. And our final award today, Student Impact, is given to a full-time staff member or team who has gone above and beyond to positively affect the quality of life of students at Vanderbilt University. We are presenting this award today to Michelle Kovacs, Associate Director for Student Affairs at Vanderbilt Law School. She recently took the lead on development, implementation, and management of 3 major new initiatives coming out of her office, including a co-counsel mentoring program for all first-year law students. During the significant challenges experienced by students due to the pandemic, Michelle has spearheaded new initiatives to provide multiple avenues for student support, the reinforcement of the student care network, and overall health and wellness. Her efforts have helped create a framework for law student success. Congratulations, Michelle. Congratulations to all of our award winners today. I am grateful, deeply grateful, for all that you bring to your work and the excellence you provide to our university. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of our award recipients. For those of you present, we hope that you will join us outside for a reception immediately following. And for those of you watching at home, and again to those of you here, thank you so much for attending and have a great evening. Thank you.